All right. We are going to step away from the ceremonies that is the courtroom because today we have a very special opportunity, which is to put the system on trial. Last week, our judge ruled that this game that we are about to review, the Carolina game, would be a cakewalk, paraphrasing.
Time
so,
out.
sir,
No, before
you are in contempt, sir. You are in contempt. Let me get to my statement first and foremost, and then you can offer your rebuttal. But Rudy, you are with me, right? That this man said there was nothing really to fear going into the Carolina game. So, Justin, I think your main reason was because the offense was unstoppable. Now, I want to give you a little bit of a leeway because I kind of think they were. They only had, 31 rushing yards. They still have a banged-up O-line. Still missing CD Lamb. And of the 8 drives, the reasonable drives that they had, they scored on 6 of them. And they put up 27 points. But, sir, it was still not enough. And they were still not able to overcome what you call the stink of the lid of the Carolina Panthers. So, Justin, I either need you to admit, A, Carolina is better than what you gave credit for them last week, or B, that the offense, even if the offense is, dare I say, perfect, it's not enough. And I think you did not admit that enough last week. So, sir, the floor is yours, but right now we are both
First
verdicting
of all,
guilty.
Before you even, because y'all are factually incorrect to begin with. Because all y'all were crying about last week.
Stenographer, read it back to me, please.
All y'all were crying about last week was I said, realistically, you should be going 3-1 these next 4 games, which include it's only been 2 games. So, what y'all were
only been 1 game
crying and moaning about was
that's not the issue.
well, you know.
Answer the question.
The judges picked the wrong argument because we talked about the Cowboys defense.
I never said anything about Carolina. I just said, hey,
Rico,
theoretically.
I talked about Tet, and you said it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
And it clearly did.
He had 2 catches.
And they were both touchdowns.
Congrats to him. Donovan Wilson isn't good. But and Matt Eberflus doesn't know how to call his scheme. But no, Carolina isn't good. Sorry.
So what you're saying is that even though the Cowboys were perfect, it still wasn't enough, which I would say is something that you refused to admit last week. So how are they not perfect in your mind?
Huh? What went wrong?
I guess how do you be more perfect than how I read out?
Like I've stated many of times, I don't give a rat's ass what the defense does. It doesn't even matter.
Oh my goodness!
It doesn't matter what the defense. I've been very clear.
Stick to the answer. Stick to the question.
Jesus.
We're talking offense here. I didn't bring up defense.
Is your boy? I've been very pro him, but your boy Schottenheimer got too cute 2 times in the game. Twice on separate drives. 3rd and 1, and we run a toss in the 3rd quarter when the offense is moving. Oof.
Was that the last time they punted?
No.
Or was that the second?
This was in the 3rd quarter.
That was like the second. Oh, yeah. It was early.
Is this where they set up for a field goal?
Nope. They punted.
No, we punted on that drive.
Oh,
and then obviously everyone knows the back-to-back or the triple screen drive.
No, the Cowboys only had 2 punts. The first 3 and out, and then the last one right before half. So
might have been the field goal settle. I don't know. I just know it was.
Wow, spotty evidence again. I don't know. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Fine. I don't really feel like debating it, but I do remember it being a 3rd and 1.
Well, then we are saying you are guilty here in court, sir.
No,
because if you're saying you're too lazy to debate it.
This is the NFL.
This is not anything.
They just didn't get the ball back. Number one, if we really want to debate everything,
you go look up your evidence that you are somehow missing in this court case, and I will discuss with you.
Realistically, what teams punt the ball with 8 minutes to go and never see the ball again?
I don't understand. I gotta
Justin,
answer
this is part of the
questions.
issue. You said it doesn't matter what the defense does, and your defense couldn't get off the field.
It doesn't matter.
Clearly, your defense does matter.
Honestly, I was pro just letting them score. So we
tried to. They went down.
No, they did. I'm talking about from the jump. I would have been pro just, letting them score.
With 6 minutes left?
Yep. As soon as Kyrie Elam committed pass interference on 4th down, I would have been like, you know what? Just let them have it. So we
get the ball back. Their own 40 at that point. And Justin's saying,
exactly.
You know what?
Good grief.
Give Rico Dowdle a 60-yard passage. Give him a convoy to the end zone.
And I don't know what – it was literally one dude, quite honestly. Wasn't no Bryce Young. Wasn't anything on the other side of the field besides Rico Dowdle. And, I mean, still not a fan, so it doesn't even matter.
All right, I know you're not a fan, but do you want to talk about his performance?
Congrats to him. He won't see another good game like that ever again.
He just had one the week before.
But... the year before.
Week before.
You mean the week before. But again,
that's what I said.
His job will be he'll go back to the pie here in a couple weeks, and it'll be all right. It's all good.
I just don't get why you're saying it doesn't matter when it's A, Carolina, which you say is not good, and A, it's a bum like Rico, quote unquote, your words, not mine. You're saying it just doesn't matter, but it clearly does. Like, it just boggles my mind.
The defense does because the defense is going to do bad things. We already know this. You won't let me fire.
But doesn't that make it that much harder for the offense?
Rudy won't let me bench the linebackers. I don't know what am I supposed to say? Y'all won't let me make decisions. Jones could call me up right now.
I don't think you're in any position to make a decision.
These are the things that we need to do, Jerry. This is how we get better. We obviously find a new defensive coordinator. Number 2, I never want to see Kenneth Murray. And I told y'all this in the offseason when he got signed.
Why are you telling us? We're not making the selections.
I never want to see him on the field again. Same with Kyrie Elam. Don't want to see him on the field. Same thing with Damone Clark. Get him out. Limit Donovan Wilson's snaps and don't allow him to be in coverage deep. Because, boy, oh boy, was that man a nightmare on both of those Tetero and McMillan touchdowns. And then hang up the phone, and Jerry's like, you know what? That Justin fella's got a point. Maybe I should follow his advice.
So I have a question. So you just pointed out multiple things that the Dallas defense needs to do differently going forward. How do you last week say it doesn't matter what the defense does? You just named multiple things.
It doesn't matter because
Rudy.
I live in reality.
You just contradicted yourself, though.
No, I don't. I don't get to make the decisions. I don't get to make these personnel decisions.
I gotta admit, Rudy, the way he dodges every allegation, it's pretty impressive.
It's incredible.
And he gives a reason. We rebuttal it, then he jumps out of the way and says, "No, I'm not talking about that." And then he jumps out of the other pass rusher. I don't know. Insane. It's very impressive. It's insane.
I don't make the decisions.
All right, but here's a 5-step plan that Jerry Jones needs to listen to.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's laid out. They should have never been duped. The fact that I threw all hope away, not when Micah Parsons got traded. That's not when I lost complete hope in the defense. When I lost complete hope in the defense is when I checked the Sunday before or the Tuesday before the season started, and Kenneth Murray and Damone Clark were still on this roster. That's when I lost faith. I said, "Oh, yeah, we're not competing this year in regards to the defense. That's for sure." Those are the linebackers that were trotting out there.
Hey, I was told Kenny Clark's fixing the run game. I was told when Bland gets healthy and Diggs gets healthy.
By who?
Okay. Hang on, Rudy. First of all, we need to make our ruling that the judge is guilty, right? And also, by the way, he also put it. Wait, Justin. Hold on.
What if they win What if they win the next 2 games?
Hold on.
What does that do with you saying it doesn't matter what the defense does?
Also, too, by the way, it also be shown for the record, and this is a fact, Justin. You can't dodge this one. You said you were not going to bring up Micah Parsons at all 2 episodes ago. And in back-to-back episodes, you brought up Micah Parsons. Sir, this man is guilty. He is in contempt of court.
Lock him up.
Throw him out. Yes, lock him up. All right.
Throw away the key. This is disgusting.
Okay. I do want to move away from the defense, but I got one more thing to bring up. 3 stops and a turnover. Good performance from them?
Absolutely not.
Okay, wait. Let me reframe. Can we expect them to do any better for the rest of the season?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Like 4 stops, Justin? Because, I mean, dude,
How about we make the stops time?
Oh,
that's
okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
misunderstood.
I'm not asking for the sun and the moon.
I misunderstood what you're saying. You're saying, can we expect better from this defense?
Yeah, can you expect a better stoppage going forward? It's just 3 stops and a turnover. Okay, thank you. Okay, another thing I wanted to bring up. I think. Let's see. Okay, and I also want to admit something too. I will perjure myself into court or whatever. The entire time I said I wasn't going to talk defense unless there's personnel changes. We have kind of seen personnel changes. But I've kind of dodged that. But I also kept saying that they would be fine entering November. And now I have totally lost faith, and I'm done. I guess there's no hope going forward. Kind of how we just talked about, like they can't do any better than 3 stops a game. Yeah, they're never going to get any better in November. So I just want to admit that.
You don't have a single linebacker on the roster worth a damn. Your corners are failures at the moment. Which one? Don't say Sanborn.
Wait, keep going, Rudy. I'm going to finish your point, and then we can get to justice.
Your safety, bro. Move Donovan Wilson down to linebacker or something. He can't cover for shit. Your front 4 can't stop the gaps were massive against Carolina. No, there's like nothing you can do to fix all of those holes. So it's a disaster of a defense.
All right, so obviously there was 2 turning points in that game, but I know we kind of talked about the last drive, the Cowboys' offensive drive, and to Justin's point, yeah, they did. I mean, they punted with 6 minutes to go, and I thought for sure that they were going to get the ball back. But also equally in the first half, I think even though the Panthers went in behind and they also had a turnover, but it was 17-13. I think they had all the confidence in the world entering the halftime because of the way they executed into halftime. They got the field goal right before half, and they also pinned you with 20 seconds to go inside your 20. And I just think those little small margins that the Cowboys need to clean up in order to, I guess, overcome the defense. You can't let the clock wind down to 20 seconds right before half, and then you got to get something on the other side, or right before you're going into halftime, especially if you know the other team's going to get the ball. I just thought that was a big momentum shift in the game.
You thought he handled that sequence poorly? I thought he did well. You saying because they didn't run a single play?
Yeah, you're talking about like the Carolina kicked the field goal to go 17-13, and then the Cowboys can't do anything with it. Yeah, I mean. Who's the who in this?
Schottenheimer.
Schottenheimer. So they did burn a timeout earlier in the first half, so they only had 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. I kind of thought there was a chance to maybe call a timeout early before the 2-minute warning, so you kind of have that gap in between. But the way it went down, you were just.
I think the logic was that the kicker was going to miss the kick, considering that he's not the greatest in the world, and it was like a 55-yarder. So
okay, but what about the Cowboys letting the kickoff go through the end zone, and so being forced at the 20 and letting 3 seconds go off? I mean, it went from 20 to 17, not a big deal, but it did force the issue.
Dumb NFL rule. So
I think you got to be better. You just can't. Look,
so wait.
We really need these small margins matter a lot.
How do you prevent that? You return it and waste more time?
Yeah, you get it up to the 30 and maybe give a chance.
I don't think kneeling it with 20 seconds is the right move. Honestly, we talked about how aggressive this offense has to be. I think in that first half, you already saw it, that Carolina was dominating both lines of scrimmage. And that also contributed to them being very confident going into half. I don't understand just taking a knee and hoping for the best in the second half. You have to attempt to get every point you can.
So what happens if they turn the ball over?
There's 8 seconds left, and
they get a field goal?
So it depends. Well, I don't think we're gonna fumble. I think it'd be a pass 20 yards down the field, so they'd still have to force the issue. I think it's worth the risk.
Why? You're going into the half with the lead.
So Justin,
you lost by 3. I mean, clearly a field goal helps you.
Revisionist history.
So at what
maybe
point?
So, but your kicker is the best in the league when it comes to long kicks. Why would you not even give him a chance?
Because you're at the 20. What?
Dog. All right. Honestly, like, here's the thing: is that the run game was very poor, but you found gaps in the defense. You could pass the ball. I don't know. I think it's a little too. I
just think those fine margins. You just need every opportunity you got to win with this defense and just the way your team's playing. But at what point do the Cowboys need to start playing, like, going for broke? At what point do they need to? We kind of brought up in the first half, maybe they should have done better right before halftime. 6 minutes to go. I mean, they got a little cute with the play calling, but at 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, do you need to say, Schottenheimer, you can't be cute now, bro. You got to go with what's working, even though we all thought they were going to get the ball back before the regulation ended. I mean, what point do the Cowboys need to start going for broke in the games, the offense?
I don't even consider it going for broke. Like, it was working. Like, passing the ball and moving quickly was working for you. And so going to that toss to Williams or the screen passes, that was not working all game. I don't understand doing that. Like, it's just going away from what actually worked with dig routes, with some 10 and ins. We did a lot of stop routes, but I mean, Pickens with the ball in his hands was breaking tackles and moving the chains. So I just don't understand Shoddy going away from what actually advanced the ball down the field.
Justin, anything on that last drive or going for broke when you Cowboys need to start being extra aggressive? Not really.
I don't think that it's something that it's like, oh my gosh, his mentality isn't right. I think he just got caught up in the moment, quite honestly.
And I'm not really criticizing mentality because they did go for it on fourth down, I think twice on two separate drives to continue the drive and get points. I think one resulted in a touchdown, one resulted in a field goal. So he does kind of get the
To be honest, I'm not really worried about the play caller's mentality or, if he's going to be aggressive or not, to be honest. So I feel like I have all the confidence in the world after, 6 or 7 games in Schottenheimer when it comes to those type of decisions, even though obviously we can nitpick it and say it didn't work out this time. But I just feel like going forward, I don't have any reservations of, oh, this guy's not going to make the right decision in these late game situations.
Well, what throws me more off about that, though, is even on that drive against Green Bay, like, I don't understand why Sunday of all days the offense went away from what has worked in past games and what was working in that game as well. I'm not going to pretend like it's the end of the world for Shoddy, but I mean, that is still baffling me to go with the amount of screens you did. You lose 5, then you lose 7, and then you dump off to Lipke on the right. I mean, that, especially.
Why you say it like that? I mean, I think he just screwed up. Like, I don't think it was
pointing out the screw up.
I don't think that like it was because he called 2 screens. That's too many. I think it just
But just that's kind of my point. I'm not saying he's been bad.
That's not.
I'm not being critical of Schottenheimer either. But 2 screens at that point. I mean, that's what I'm asking about when I'm saying going for broke, bro. Like, when do you need to, like, this is what's been working this game. We got to go here with 6 minutes to go because I know if we do something a little bit risky that hasn't been working this game, then bad things could happen. That's what I'm trying to bring up. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm smarter after the fact, but I'm saying you can't, I don't know, you just can't, there's too much, I guess, in the balance that could go wrong if you call those plays. You need to maybe stick with what's, I don't know, works for you, that's been working for you all the game. I think he has to learn something from this game. And I think at the very least, maybe that's something that they can learn to do better.
I don't have a problem with screen number 1. Screen number 2 is when I have the problem. Because honestly, I would like to have seen what would have happened if they just, called a quick pass or something to make it, let's just call it 3rd and, because you lost 5 yards on the first screen? And it was
5 yards, and honestly, you can overcome that. So I kind of agree.
Yeah, let's just say it's 3rd and 8. I think even if it gets to like 4th and 5, I still think they probably go for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that probably puts the Carolina game under wrap. A missed opportunity to get above 500 for Schottenheimer and the Cowboys. In 0-1 entering quarter two. They now face Washington at home on Sunday. I don't know. I guess this is kind of a must-win game if you want to. Or I'm going to say it's a must-win game if you want playoff contention. It's a division game, so I think you can still have an opportunity to win. I'm not going to be too negative, say they don't have a chance. I think they absolutely do, especially given with what this offense can do, no matter who's missing. So, but I think it's must-win territory. Thoughts from you guys? I don't have any other question to put on the court. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, we looked at the schedule last week, and we talked about taking advantage of these next 4 games. The end of the season is pretty tough. I mean, for the season, you're only guaranteed. I don't want to even say guaranteed, but like the ones you should win, you have Arizona and the Raiders, and then everything else is pretty much up in the air at best and unlikely at the most realistic. So again, must win sounds dramatic, but I think that is true. I don't think you have enough games on the schedule that looks like you could win 9-10 games in the season. Yeah, it's just it'd be tough to make that up against the slate that you have.
I'm pretty sure that they should be able to win the Washington game. Washington's no different than the Cowboys. They're in the same.
We said these exact words last week.
They're in the same boat as you. Awful defense. IDK about their offense, but same boat, same winnable game, and you're at home. So I think that should also play a factor.
Yeah, we'll see if the Cowboys meet the perfect record at home. I think maybe they do play better at home, surprisingly. That would be a nice trend to see. And just a closing statement. I just don't think any game is guaranteed for the Cowboys. I don't care if the Raiders come to town or the Jets come back, bro. You're not guaranteed to win the way this team is constructed.
In that same boat, you're not guaranteed a loss.
Exactly. The Cowboys can beat anybody and they can lose to anybody.
That's perfectly okay.
That's an oversimplification if we're being honest.
No, it's not. You should have beat the Packers, and you tied. You didn't lose to them.
I mean,
I would say the Packers
beat the Eagles.
Stupendous, but allowing 40 points, you're not in every game like that. I mean, I don't think your defense has shown anything to say that you should be comfortable in any game.
No one said that. Wow, bro. That is not what was said, but okay. I feel like I'm going to beat a dead horse, so we can just move on. Okay. I know y'all tried to put me on the grill and y'all failed miserably the last segment, but let's spark some more controversy with this doozy of a doobie. The Buffalo Bills are pretenders, and it's as stated by all the teams that they've beat. I think all of the teams combined have maybe won 4 games. They beat the Ravens, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Saints. So the children of the poor, mainly in the AFC, and they folded like cheap sheets against Atlanta of all teams, who lost to Carolina by 30. And then on top of that, losing to the division rival New England, and I know it was a good game, like entertainment wise, but I don't know, man. I think the days where Josh Allen can just operate without a true number 1 target, those don't exist. Keon Coleman ain't getting it done, and we're gonna see the same old story with Buffalo every year this postseason as well.
I'm not ready to agree with that. I mean, it was a sloppy game to say the least. But no, I look, the AFC is not that great. I think they're gonna, like you mentioned, the playoff journey, but you also realize they're going to the conference finals or conference championship more than likely. So no, I'm not ready to put that patient down.
Justin, I think what you loaded up there has just got too many strains that I'm just not comfortable with hitting all together at once. Because every little bit of piece that you throw in there, I'm interested in. Josh Allen needs a true number one to be effective, or maybe even the division ain't secure in the AFC East because the Buffalo's faltering and the New England's right around the corner. But I'm out the pass as well. I just can't buy that that they're not. What did you say? Contenders? I think was your ultimate statement.
Oh yeah, they're not.
I'll just pass. I mean, at the end of the season, you may be proven right, but that's only because only two teams are going to be proven to make that stand. So it's an easy puff or pass. But nevertheless, like I said, if you maybe just break that blunt down into a couple of J's and define it, keep the definition a little bit different, then I could. But I think I'll have to pass.
If not New England, it will be KC.
Well, that's a good transition because I was going to puff something about KC being back. The offense looks like it's back. But I want to go in and offer you guys an old trend that I brought about a couple weeks ago, which is the Detroit Lions are in for a rude awakening this season, and I guess we'll miss the playoffs is my take. They were just not competitive with the Chiefs, so I guess I didn't really watch the game. But the results, that 13-point loss is evidence enough.
Out from underneath them.
Evidence enough for me. Being uncompetitive for the remainder, for the majority of the fourth quarter, I think they're going to regress. So there is my puff or pass. The Lions are going to regress.
Super pass. Definitely not going to miss the playoffs. I think they made some mistakes. I mean, there's that Jared Goff reception touchdown, but he didn't set his feet, so it doesn't count. And I think everyone's aware of the penalty discrepancy with Kansas City being flagged 0 times in the game. I'm not putting them to bed October 14th. It's too early.
Rudy, I did a bad job setting the table, but like Justin did, running down their victories. Let me read to you their victories.
It's ugly, bro.
The Chicago Bears, the Baltimore Ravens, the Cleveland Browns, and the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, where's the threat?
You only play the teams on your schedule.
That is true. That is a true statement. I cannot argue that statement. That is a fair statement.
They won every game.
Let me ask you this: why did they look so abysmal against the Pack and the Chiefs?
Because they ass.
I mean, they bobble. Look, we can all agree there's no elite team in the league. They all have their warts. But I mean that division still should be theirs. I'm not giving that to Green Bay.
Okay, how about I just say the division ain't theirs? Well, you puff that.
It's their division.
Rudy, why is it not Green Bay's?
No. All right. Jordan Love, first of all, is a complete fraud. Any ounce of pressure, and he's throwing it into the dirt or out of bounds. That defense, holes left and right. They've been exposed multiple times. And I think the running game of Detroit's is pretty dang good. It sets up the pass game with the Amon-Ra nicely, and they got J-Mo with speed. I think they just have too much going on for me to hand the division over to Jordan Love in the back.
They kicked their ass when they played.
It's October, bud.
Okay. Hey, I mean, I know I'm as critical of the Pack as anybody else, but I think I'd take the Pack over the Lions, quite honestly.
That sounds like a puff to me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're going to make the playoffs. Let's not mistake it. But I'm not as convinced as everybody was this week that, the Detroit Lions are the biggest contender now, the NFC, this, that, and the other. I'm like, don't think they could beat I don't think I'm not going to say that the Pack are the best team in the division. I just don't think Detroit can beat them.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not going that far. I just think that the division as a whole is nasty, and I think Detroit does come out on top of that. But let me toss something your way. Thursday Night Football. We witnessed the Giants trounce Philadelphia. We know the carousel of cornerbacks going on there and the number of player meetings. And Justin, you brought them up last week. But let's put another microscope on there. Philly, they'll make the playoffs. They are a guaranteed first-round exit. Putting that out there, the team is very predictable. They're breaking in shambles. The defense can't defend a still pole. They don't know what they're doing. So first-round exit to anyone that makes it to the playoffs against them.
I'll take that, unless it's Tampa Bay. But yeah, I'll take that.
I would definitely say Tampa takes care of them.
Why didn't they beat them a couple weeks ago?
What is with your obsession with October games? The season is young.
Hey man, I gotta believe it I gotta see it to believe it, and Baker not moving the needle for me. So, but I
it's
do.
Not a one-man show either.
I will smoke on that because I just need AJ Brown to get traded by the trade deadline. That's all I want.
Yeah, Rudy, I like what you're token there. I'll take a puff of that too. This looks kind of reminiscent of their season 2 years ago where they, they kept getting all the W's, but it was very stop-start, herky-jerky, bad vibes, and looks like it's doing that again. And eventually was a first-round exit 2 years ago. So,
Who knocked him out
I
that
like
year?
that. Do you know?
Oh,
I thought you were setting yourself up. I thought you were setting yourself up.
What are the odds of that?
No,
Justin?
he was. I know exactly where he's trying to go.
Did he?
I mean, it's not like Oh yeah, that's right. Because in 2021, when Baker wasn't even there, Tampa Bay beat him again.
Interesting.
No, this has nothing to do with no Tampa Bay. This is a Baker Mayfield led.
He smokes on that Eagle pack.
No, he doesn't. He just lost.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, puff or pass, Justin. The next time you'll take Tampa Bay to win a game, just because the PR is so nasty.
Dude,
Actually, no. Let me just ask the pod, Rudy. Puff or pass? Justin ever favorite takes Tampa Bay.
I think I've taken Tampa Bay before.
Anything positive, not just
this man will not. No. When Justin picks his side, he does not deviate from it. He digs deeper. He doesn't care about the evidence set forth in front of him. He will dig deeper. So no, Justin will always pass on a Tampa pack.
No, I won't, because I'll be front and center when Baker fails.
He confirms it.
All right, Justin. Let me ask you: puff or pass? Baker does fail spectacularly down the stretch. I don't want to.
Of course.
Down the stretch of the season, and that this is kind of like the as Rudy keeps saying, it's early. Even though for some reason Rudy wants to crown Baker MVP.
I didn't say that at all.
Justin, are we expecting a comeback down to earth? Later
100%.
Okay,
100%. You know Baker's MO. Come on now.
All right, Rudy. Sorry, bro. I had to let your MVP down.
One more though.
I didn't say that.
One more though. I think I thought this was just an early season thing, but it appears to be an all season thing. I guess I missed the memo. The NFL is going to make their sport so bad. Well, actually, I'm already kind of low key out on NFL right now. By continuing to schedule these overseas games and 2 Monday night games.
Oh, not even the worst part is the second Monday night games at 9 p.m. It's nonsense. They're oversaturating the market, honestly, and they're doing way too much. 8:30 in the morning and 9 p.m. Jesus Christ, give me a break.
I'm gonna pass because I got a lot of other pressing issues to combat the NFL with. So them taking out my Sunday and Monday. Yeah, that's cool with me. No problem there. There's a lot of other issues I got with the NFL. So I'm not really too concerned about them playing it every day. So that's cool with me.
But I'll give them credit. Even though I don't think this was what that was. I like how they instituted that rule for the PR of we're going to penalize a hip drop tackle, and then they don't call it. I love it.
They never call it.
Even though that wasn't one yesterday. I love it, though.
Okay. Tune in next episode as we change the segment from Puff Puff Pass to just the Haterade segment. All right.
What's
Rudy,
the difference?
Exactly.
And it's time for everyone's favorite segment, the Pick'ems. Ian, why don't you tell us how we did last week?
I don't think you want to know, Rudy, because let's just say if we had a gambling problem, boy, would we be in the red. So, yeah, Justin, you came in last place. Let me just be blunt. Justin, you came in last place with 4 correct picks, and you missed your field goal. But you were not alone because no one else converted their field goal. And Rudy, you and I tied for 6 wins. So just not a good performance. We're well under 500, but and that's back-to-back weeks, folks. So come on, as a show, we might have to pull together and start changing the tide. But Rudy, you still have the lead with 49 total points. I am in second with 46. And Justin, you are falling behind, but you're still within touching distance with 43 points. Back to you, Rudy.
Well, let's go ahead and right the ship. Thursday night football. We have the Steelers traveling to Cincinnati, taking on the Bengals, where the Bengals are a plus 5.5. I'm going to go ahead and roll with the Steelers in that one.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I too will take the Steelers, but it's kind of surprising that the Bengals went from plus 14 to plus 5.5.
The Flacco effect.
Yeah, Steelers.
Wild. Well, let's move on over to an 8:30 a.m. game. Justin, is this one London?
I don't know what country we're in this day.
You can meet me at the
Jackson.
You know,
Justice.
Rudy, like we talked about the last segment, you know, it's no longer special when I can't even guess what location that we are.
I concur.
Uncultured, untraveled Americans giving myself a bad name.
I'm just going to take the guess, London, because the Jags are playing, and they're playing host to the Rams. Spreading that one is Jags plus 3. And I'll go ahead and roll with the Jags in that
one. Give me LA.
Yeah, I too will take the Rams.
All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Noon, we've got the Raiders traveling to Kansas City, taking on the Chiefs, where the Raiders will be spotted 12.5 points. Regardless of that massive spread, I am still taking the Chiefs.
Maybe let's just say the culture in Vegas is to cover the spread versus KC. Let's take the Raiders.
Interesting. I will take the Chiefs.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Dolphins taking on Cleveland in Cleveland, where the Dolphins will be spotted 3 points. But I'm gonna roll with the Browns in that one.
Give me my kicker, and I'll take Cleveland.
You're doing your field goal here?
Yep.
Oh,
interesting.
Okay.
I will take the Fins.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Patriots taking on the Titans in Tennessee. Spreading that one is Titans plus 7. I'm rolling with the Patriots.
The Pats.
What was the spread?
7 for Tennessee.
Ooh. Yeah, I too will take the Pats.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Saints traveling to the Windy City, taking on the Bears. The Saints will be taking 5.5 points with them on the road. And I'm going to roll with the Bears in that one.
Give me New Orleans to cover.
Interesting. I will take the Bears.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Eagles and the Vikings in Minnesota. Spreading that one is Vikings plus 2. And I'm going to roll with give me Philly to try to bounce back.
Yeah, Wentz ain't moving the needle for me. Give me Philly.
I will take the Vikings +2.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Panthers and the Jets on that horrible field in MetLife Stadium. Spreading that one is +1.5 to the Jets. Go ahead and give me the Dave Canales-led Panthers.
Give me the Panthers.
Yep, Panthers.
Clean sweep there. We're going to go ahead and move on to the 3 o'clock slate where we've got the Colts traveling to LA taking on the Chargers, where the Colts will be given 1.5 points. Give me the Chargers to get it done, though.
Give me Indy.
Yep, I too will take the Colts.
All right, so they give me a free win there. Moving on, we've got the Giants taking on the Broncos in Denver, where the Giants will be spotted 7 points. But I think the team that bangs their head into the wall is not going to get it done. Give me the Broncos.
Give me Denver as well.
I will take the Giants.
All right. The Commanders traveling to Dallas, taking on the Cowboys, where the Cowboys will be given 1.5 points. Give me the Commanders.
I'll take the Cowboys.
I too will take the boys.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Packers taking on the Cardinals in Arizona. Arizona will be given 6.5 points, but that is not enough. Give me the Pack.
It's in Arizona?
Mm-hmm. It is in Arizona.
Give me the Cardinals.
I like where your head's at, Justin. But I think that Arizona is such a dumpster fire right now. I will take the Packers.
All right. Sunday night football. We've got the Falcons traveling to Levi Stadium, taking on the Niners. The Falcons will be given 2.5 points in that matchup. But they're a roller coaster. Give me the Niners to get it done.
Justin, do you have an injury report? Do you have an injury report in the Niners, Justin?
Someone's out for the season. Oh, Fred Warner. Yeah, give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I just think they're so banged up. I'll take the Falcons.
All right. Monday Night Football, first matchup of the evening. We've got the Bucs traveling to Detroit, taking on the Lions. The Bucs are given 5.5 points in that one. And with the Brian Branch suspension, give me the Bucs.
Give me Detroit.
Yeah, I too will take the Lions.
All right. And the final matchup. The Texans are traveling up to Seattle, taking on the Seahawks. The Texans are a +3.5 in that one. I don't think it's enough. Give me the Seahawks, and I will be kicking my field goal here.
Rudy, you son of a bitch. I too will take the Seahawks.
Yeah, give me Seattle as well.
Because Rudy's ahead, he gets the field goal, and because he said it first too. You know what? I'm looking all the way back at the Panthers and the Jets. I think I'll take the Panthers to cover that -1.5. Give me the Panthers.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and extend that lead this week. Yeah.
Anything else?
Nah.
Hey, get out of here.